boys and girls, welcome back. I got a fun one here for you today. This is sausage and eggs. Everything's better when you put a worm on it. That's kind of the rule of thumb, I guess. The trout are gonna eat it, steelhead are gonna eat it. One of our most controversial flies is the squirmy wormy. Yeah, why not? Right? Put a worm on it. Find your favorite pattern, tie it up, find a way to put a worm on it, and you're gonna catch more fish. It's just that one thing that seems to bring them all out. So, and they're all gonna eat it. What we have here today, obviously squirmy wormy material. I have an orange bead. I picked this bead specifically because it has a rather large hole. These are very light, Spirit River is just an old fluorescent bead that I have. Not a lot of weight to it as far as, comparable to tungsten, quarter gram or so. But what we have also on here is ecstasy. The color I have is fluorescent cheese that we're using here. Okay. The hook, we got 50-65, size 12. And the thread that we got, I'm just using bulk simplified black. You're not going to see it anyway. So a couple little things that you can do with this. There's another pattern I'm probably going to end up tying called a Psycho Squirmy, and it is just that, pick your favorite fly that does well, stick a worm on it, and see if you do better. So try it. It's a pretty easy tie. Not a lot of thought goes into this, but essentially the hardest part is getting that worm on there without ripping it. So there's a number of ways you can do that. I'll show you what I do. Like I said, this bead, you can kind of see how big the back hole is. That's the ticket. This is a standard bead, not a slotted bead. Can't do this pattern on the bead dictates. If you can get the worm through there, perfect. Go from there. Now, the steps. Once you get your bead on there, start your thread first, because those worms like to spin, and we do have to tack it down to the hook. And with the pressure of putting on or wrapping on that ecstasy, they like to spin. So get a good base down, give it some grip. You could even put a little touch of glue on it if you wanted to. Now, what we got next? Just a little piece of mono, okay? Gonna fold it in half, make a loop, and stick it through the bead, like that, okay? Now, when you get your squirmy, wormy material, this is a light brown that I'm using here, natural, like a bunch of spaghetti. And when you get it, it's probably about 4 or 5 inches long. I always just cut 2 inches or so. And the way you put this in there, get this wet, stick it through the loop, pull the loop to about 1/4 inch. That's what I got. And I hold on to the bead and just try to work the tip of that through just by pulling on it and pushing the bead, and it will start to slide. Okay. Now, you want to keep that on top of your hook. So make sure your length is what you want it for the front. Okay. And we're going to pinch this. Stretch it out and pinch it a little bit. Put a couple loose wraps on here. If you are using Nana silk, be cautious, it'll cut it. So that first wrap, until we can get it down at the bottom and secured to the hook on the top, then tighten your wraps up. Okay. You do want that to make sure that back stays on the top of the hook, because you don't want this to go around and cause a fouled hook. So we'll trim the back of that a little bit. Okay, then we're gonna get our egg material. And you can use whatever color ecstasy you want. I picked the sunny side up one for the orange bead. And we're just gonna secure this to the hook pretty tight. We don't want it to spin. Okay. I'm gonna take that back up to the top. Make sure that's gonna stay there. And we'll finish this off. So I can hang it. Okay. All we're doing is just wrapping this ecstasy on the hook. I do try to pull those fibers back. That'll expose the little core that's in there. And then that's kind of what you're using to steer, your wrap. And as we get closer to the bead, we just keep wrapping. Just when you think you got enough, put more on. It'll help to pack that in the back. Okay. Thread color doesn't matter, because you don't see any of it anyway, even when it's wet. Remove your excess. So back here, I try to keep these about the same, because like I said, you don't want this to come around and foul that hook. The front one you're not really going to run into an issue with. But there you go, sausage and eggs, breakfast of champions, and fish. Fun time. Go have some fun with your buddies. It catches fish. That's really all you gotta do. Sometimes I'll get like a brown marker, and if you can see on my fingers, they're all colored. And I will color the ends of these a little bit, just to give it, a little color or different texture in the water. And yeah, try it out. As far as the color, purple works good, pink works good. I haven't really tied too much with these red, but yeah, pink and purple for something like this. It's just something bright. It's an attractor, and an easy tie, as you can see. All right, guys, we'll see you in a week or so. Thanks for stopping in. We'll see you.